2, 1. You guys want to do the time warp again?
Yeah.
Let's do the
Time warp again. We're going to go back to the past and talk about another year in gaming. It's one of our favorite things to do.
Talk about the shitty games that suck ass.
No, actually, to the contrary, this year, 2010, that we're going to be talking about, because we've been going back to cover years from before we were a channel. This might be one of the most cracked years in gaming, and I did not expect it. I have listed, like, I think 120 some odd games. There's a lot, and most of these have at least something interesting to mention about them. So, yeah, are you guys ready to talk about a reminiscent year of gaming? This was the year that I graduated high school, so I feel old.
Hell yeah, you are.
15 years ago was a long time.
15 years ago was a long time.
Yep.
All right, let's just jump right in. So January, usually a very quiet month, and in this year, not a huge exception, at least comparatively, but there's still quite a bit of interesting stuff.
Just looking at what's listed here, like there are at least like 2 massive games that came out this month.
Oh yeah. So the first one is actually Bayonetta on January 5th for PS3 and 360. That is a pretty big deal as a multi-platform game.
What an odd time of year to release a game, like early January.
And what a way to kick off the year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, fuck, why not? Sega loves early January, I guess.
Have you guys played the original Bayonetta?
Oh yeah, I played it. It's been a long time since I played the original, but yeah, I played it on PS3 back in the day. It was one of back then, or like on PS3, you could have music running in the background that you have saved on your console, but only in certain games that you could do that. But Bayonetta was one of those games that you could just have like music built that you have on your system that you could be playing while playing the game, which was cool. So
did like,
and Bayonetta's fun. I mean, like I like the second one a little bit better, but the first one is very, very good, and there's a reason it got a sequel.
Yeah, I enjoyed what I played of it. I didn't play too much of it though compared to the second one. Lynn, anything to add?
Pass.
All right. On the 11th, we got the release of 6V for PC, or VVVVVV.
Or just V.
Or just V.
It's just V. You can just say V.
It's such, it's a weird name.
I think the website at the time was called, I could be wrong on this, but I think it was called like the letter, like spelled out the letter V 6 times.com or some shit like that. But not like
anyway.
VVVVV.
Anyway,
great game.
Excellent platformer.
Yeah. Like,
I've not played this.
You would like it a lot, actually. It's really good. If you're going for all the trinkets, it's very hard. It's a game where the sole gimmick is that you cannot jump, but you can flip gravity at will.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yep. Now I remember
that. And there are some really cool like design ideas that they had based around that, and a really fucking good soundtrack as well. The soundtrack is killer in this game.
All right.
The developer Terry Kavanagh, also
shout out Terry Kavanagh. Also the developer for Super Hexagon
and Dicey Dungeons. Mm-hmm. So he's done some really good stuff, but like V was phenomenal, and it
was like $5 when it came out.
Yeah,
like
it's
cheap.
It's still like pretty cheap. I think it's on the Switch, and I think it's only $10 normally to pick up on the Switch. So like easy recommendation. I played both the PC version and the 3DS version, and the 3DS version was a lot of fun. So yeah, easy recommend. Best game we've talked about so far. 10 out of 10.
I would agree with that, actually.
Right. For 2 weeks in January, after that, we didn't really see anything, so I skipped over. On the 26th, though, we've got 4 different releases, and in order to throw these guys off, I'm not going to say them in the order that I have them on the Google Doc that they are staring at. First one I want to mention is actually the game Mag for PS3, which I totally forgot about until Landon mentioned it, and I
Most
forgot
people
that
do.
that was the 256 player MMO FPS. So that is why I put that on here, because I do remember people tried to make a big deal of that.
It was a deal.
And then it died 4 years later, and it's unplayable because
it's vaporware.
Yeah, you can buy the disc. I see it all the time being sold, like in like retro stores and at like conventions, where like vendors will just have copies of Mag, and I'm like,
you're buying a coaster at that point?
You're buying a coaster frisbee. I mean, it makes sense if you're like going for like a PS3 collection, like to like collect it, but like
Yeah, it sucks that even as far back as the PS3, we're getting games that are just like, you literally cannot play this game, even though you own it.
I mean, it didn't really take off, to be fair, and that's part of the reason why it died so early, but yeah.
All right. The next one that I want to bring up is we got No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle for the Wii. That is a smash. I love No More Heroes 2. That game is fantastic. It is just the first of many incredible Wii games in 2010. Possibly one of the best years for the Wii. And we will get to more releases that just kind of...
Yeah. I would argue that this... Like, it's between this and 2007, but like, those are the 2 best years for the Wii, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so many great games that came out this year.
This game fixed so many of the first game's problems, just in pacing and a lot of other aspects, and just, I'm excited to play it for Twitch, because we will be getting to the No More Heroes trilogy, thanks to gifts that I received from multiple people a couple years back. Got all 3 games. It's going to be interesting.
Hell yeah.
Next one is Mass Effect 2 for PC, PS3, and 360. I'm not a Mass Effect fan, but I know that Mass Effect was kind of big at the time. So cool.
It was.
I tried getting into this game, honestly, because like I really like what the game is at its core, which is a pseudo RPG. I would, like, some people would straight up call it a Western RPG, but it's really a cover shooter first and foremost. But it does have a lot of RPG elements, like leveling up and like your dialogue choices mattering and like having multiple endings and shit like that. But like, I just cannot get past the fucking planet scanning. It's so boring. It takes me out of it completely. I'm just like, all right, I'm done. This game sucks.
Did you stop after the first one?
I think I tried going on after that, but I did not get very far.
That's fair. I didn't go past number 1. I only played a little bit of that, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it sucks. And from what I've heard, it's a pretty decent chunk of the game too. So I'm like, I'm not about this.
All right.
That's 100% fair.
And last entry of the month, probably the biggest release for Landon, is Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars for the Wii.
Fucking excellent fighting game. Probably the best on the Wii.
Would you say this is like your favorite, like, standard 2D fighter?
I would say probably this, or I mean, Dragon Ball FighterZ is also really good, and that's like done really well. But I think in the versus Capcom like series, like world, this is definitely like probably my favorite.
It's underrated for sure.
It's very underrated.
Not enough people talk about this game.
It's crazy. This game was basically like made as a way to like have a versus Capcom game on the Wii, because obviously they weren't really going to be able to put Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on there, and they put a game that is just as good and for some people better than that on the Wii. So like,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's unfortunate that like not enough people know about Tatsunoko, like in the West. Like a lot of their IPs are just like, I learned most of it from this game. I was just in it because it was a versus Capcom, like on the Wii.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hell yeah. I don't even know who fucking Eagle Joe motherfucker is. That's not his name. I think it's Eagle Ken. I have to look it up now.
Right.
But like I had a ton of fun with this. This is excellent. I wish this, like, out of any game we talk about today, this is probably a game I wish would get re-released at some point.
All right.
It deserves it for sure.
We're going to try and get through this next month as fast as we can, but there are a good number of entries in February. The first release we have on the 2nd, White Knight Chronicles for PS3. That was made by Level 5, and it was not very well received, to the point where when they released White Knight Chronicles 2, it came with a free copy of the first game. I just wanted to mention that because it's a Level 5 game and because it ended up getting bundled with White Knight Chronicles 2, and I thought that was funny. So, yeah.
I don't know if I've heard of this game.
The only reason I know about it is because it's Level 5. They have... I don't really know a whole lot about the gameplay, though, other than that apparently it was not very good. So, yeah. On the 9th, you don't have anything to say about White Knight Chronicles, I'm guessing, Landon? No. All right, on the 9th, we got 3 releases, and this time I'm not going to mix them up from the order that I have them listed. We got BioShock 2 for PC, PS3, and 360. Jack, your thoughts?
Solid.
It's good. I don't like it as much as the first one or Infinite, but it's a good one. It's very combat oriented compared to, I mean, like, they're all pretty combat heavy games, but like the combat is like the key focus of the game, because like you play as a big daddy and you get to fuck shit up as a big daddy. But a lot of the game is like waiting for the little sister to like unlock a door or like go through a tunnel or some shit, and like you have to protect her for a set amount of time.
So wait, like the entire game's an escort mission for this little girl?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you just like take out waves of enemies, but it's pretty cool because you get to play as a big daddy. So
true, that is a power fantasy.
Yeah, I've never been that interested in playing this one. I only played a little bit of the first BioShock, and I was like, "This is neat." And then I don't know, something about the racism of BioShock Infinite really like stuck out to me.
The racism is a big part of BioShock Infinite. Yeah,
that's like the biggest thing about that game, and just leaving that out of context, what type of racism?
I mean, it takes place in the early.
Moving on. Also on the 9th, we got the release of Dante's Inferno for PS3 and 360. Notable release, but I don't really have anything to say about it. Just felt like throwing it up there.
Pass.
But also on the 9th was Shiren the Wanderer on the Wii.
I love a good Shiren the Wanderer. Haven't played it yet. Pass. Love it.
All right.
10 out of 10.
Love the Mets.
The Mets. Let's go Mets.
On the 15th, on WiiWare, we got the release of Art of Balance, which is made by the same people that made the Fast series of games that they've been putting out. Like Fast Fusion on the Switch 2 is their most recent release. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I never played this game, though.
I remember when it came out, but I never played it.
I love this game. It was like I was a bit of a WiiWare fiend.
Oh yeah.
I'm known for that.
It's Wii Shop Wednesday.
It
is Wii Shop Wednesday.
And we're talking about some Wii Shop fucking titles today, boys.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Art of Balance was like one that when this man skipped over it, I was like, oh hell nah. I'm adding it to the fucking list. I don't give a shit what he says.
I didn't recognize it by the name, so when like I looked into it, I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not one that you like. I would feel like most people would recognize, but like if you want a really good physics puzzle game, this is up your alley. And like it used the Wiimote really well because you would use it to like place the blocks and stuff. So you'd use the motion control, and they've had a Switch release for this down the road, and so you can like basically do the same thing, or you can use touch controls. And then I think they might have put it on the 3DS as well. But this fantastic like puzzle game, definitely worth checking out.
I want to apologize. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but as usual, all of these release dates are North American releases. Some of these are a little bit finicky because it was kind of hard to find in a specific release date, but it's as accurate as I could find based on deep searching. Like I tried to find like a bunch of different websites talking about release dates at this time because thankfully there was still, a lot of internet sources out there. So this was one of those games, and that's why I wanted to mention it here because like I got like different answers, and I was like, you know what, the 15th is according to Nintendo Wiki. Fuck it, it's going on the 15th of February.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Because all the other sources were like going for a European release, so I'm assuming that is actually the North American release. Thank you, Nintendo Wiki. But moving on, we got on the 16th, the next day, for the DS, we got Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth.
Smash.
I haven't played it yet. 10 out of 10.
Oh, that's right. You haven't played this game.
No, I watched you play it.
You watched me stream it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a game. It's a good one. It's not one of the best Ace Attorney games, but it's a solid title. You get to play as Miles Edgeworth, and you have Gumshoe following you around for a good chunk of it. So it gets points for that alone. It's not like the most insane and exciting Ace Attorney game in the franchise, and it's also completely, I wouldn't say completely overshadowed, but like the direct sequel is better in almost every way. But I always I played this game about a year after it came out. I think it was like January of 2011, and I always think about that. I always associate this game with Momo because I was playing it around the time that we got Momo. So,
all right. The 23rd of February, we actually got 3 different releases. The first one I'll mention is Deadly Premonition for the 360. I might have left out a PC release. I think that was also released. It didn't come out on PS3 till a few years later, though. But Deadly Premonition.
I think it was a 360 exclusive actually at launch, not a 360 PC.
I feel like I had all the systems correct. I feel like I might have gotten one wrong somewhere. So I'm just
no. This is actually one that I think I added.
Yeah, you did. Because I did.
And the reason is because this game is fucking bad.
Yes. It's hilarious.
It was like one of like the big laughing stocks of the year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember. I've never played this game, but I've seen Let's Plays of it. It's very funny. It's a very funny, very bad game. And it also is, if you guys remember the original channel trailer, it's where the whistle theme comes from that played in the background of our channel trailer.
Yeah, no, I remember
the original one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll put a link to it in the spoilers.
All right. The next release, same date, we had Heavy Rain on PS3.
Also a hilarious game.
Yeah. Also, I mean, it's not bad. I would say this is a better game than Deadly Premonition.
It just has hammy moments, that's all.
It's hugely hammy.
Has a good story that is barred by really, really awkward voice acting and some really awkward like animation.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was one of like the bigger games to like do this sort of thing that like made people pay attention to this type of game. So like points for that.
Sure.
Story-driven interactive games. Thank you, Heavy Rain, for your contributions.
Thank you, Heavy Rain. Wow, very cool.
But honestly, the best release on the 23rd of February is Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, which came out on the PS3, 360, Wii, and DS. There was a DS version. Don't you worry about that. This is a good game. I played this game. I own this game. Yeah.
You'll never guess who developed the DS version.
Who?
It's Dimps.
God fucking damn
it's always
Dimps.
It's always Dimps.
It's always Dimps.
It's always Dimps. I knew it. I didn't want to say it, but I knew it deep down in my heart. Love you,
Yeah,
Dibs.
the first All Stars Racing was like excellent because I mean, it was the first like kart racer on the Wii that really like challenged the level of quality of Mario Kart Wii, and it became
Yes.
like,
Because there was a lot of
hey,
shovelware
there's
kart
a
racing games that were coming out.
oh my god, there's so many. But finally, here we have an actually good kart racer on the Wii. That's not Mario Kart Wii.
Personally, I like this more than Mario Kart Wii, but a lot of that is just because Mario Kart Wii, like, balance is like nonsense.
Yeah,
It's very nonsense. Yeah.
Whereas this game has, like, I feel like quite a bit better balance.
Yep.
Yeah, but like this game was phenomenal, honestly.
Yeah. No, I want to go back and play the original at some point. I think I either traded in or lost my copy a long time ago and haven't
I don't know what happened.
Since.
I don't know what happened to my Wii version of the game. Like I had it for the Wii, I just don't know what happened to it. So I ended up buying it for PS3 later. So
in the 360 version, you can play as Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah, they had this like weird thing with like the earlier like the Sonic and the All Stars Racing games around this time, and I think another All Stars game as well, that came before the racing ones, where like they were just putting like they were putting certain characters on specific consoles, and it wasn't just Sonic that was doing this. Like there was multiple series that were like, this is for the PS3 version, this is for the 360 version. It was weird.
That's like the biggest selling point of Soul Calibur.
Yeah, true.
Is like just about like almost every Soul Calibur's had a version exclusive character.
Yep. So moving on to March, we've got, oh my god, so many games in March.
Solid fucking March.
Yeah,
my god,
crazy March. Let's just go right through it. The 1st of March on WiiWare, we got Mega Man 10. It was released on other platforms later in the month, but the original release was WiiWare, so that's the one that got put here. Mega Man 10, great follow-up to Mega Man 9, which was the renaissance of classic Mega Man. Can't go wrong. Good game.
I feel like it doesn't get remembered quite as fondly as 9, but also a lot of people, and I would agree with this, it's way less bullshit difficult than 9 is. Like, I think that's part of why people don't quite remember it as much, because like it's a more moderately difficult game compared to 9. Whereas 9 sticks out more because it's like, oh, this is like the second hardest game in the entire classic series.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Exactly. But yeah. Have you played Mega Man 10, Landon?
I'm still working on Yellow Devil from Mega Man 1. I'll let you know when I get past that.
All right, good to know. On the 2nd, we got 2 different releases. I'm actually going to flip these and get the one out of the way that I feel like talking about first, and that is Lunar Silver Star Harmony for PSP, which was a remake of Lunar Silver Star from 1992 that was on the Sega CD. I actually have a copy that my friend gave me. Super generous. He does not own a PSP, so he was like, here is a copy of a game you should play. And although I don't actually use my PSP to play PSP games, I will play it someday because it's, yeah.
Blam. Suck on that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Well, you got the collection. I was gonna say
collection.
I was gonna say I noticed the box.
Switch.
Yeah, I actually have it for PSP, but I'm not gonna get up and get it because there's
just right here.
Because there's a different game that I want to get up for as a bit. So we'll get there.
Okay.
On the 2nd, we got Battlefield Bad Company 2 for PC, PS3, and 360 alongside Lunar. That was a Battlefield game. There was a couple different FPSs that came out this year. That was
this was like one of like, I feel like this really the saturation point for war type first person shooters.
I feel like this was still a pretty big one though. Like I never gave a shit about Battlefield, but like
no, I remember Bad Company 2 being like
pretty popular,
very popular. But yeah, like it's not like Battlefield is not like my jam.
Yeah, it's here because I know it's a notable release because it was a well-received game for the time, but it's not here because we particularly care.
Yeah,
it's just there for posterity.
But I feel like 2010, like I'm trying to remember if that was like the biggest year with the amount of like saturation for like first person shooters, because we're going to mention a large number of them today, which is unfortunate. But here we are. I think I've filled time enough for Cloud.
Hi.
Hi.
So on March 9th, we got this game, Final Fantasy 13.
Why do
Final
you own
Hallway
it?
13
on PS3 and 360.
Is your bit that you're going to destroy the disc right here in front of us?
I'm gonna wear it as a hat. That's at least
Didn't last long.
At least it came with a manual. You know, back when games had manuals.
That's true.
I can read
End
the
of
manual.
manuals.
That is the best part about Final Fantasy 13 is I can read the manual.
Okay.
I'm not looking forward to playing this game. I'll give it a fair shot. But I don't know, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I've heard many things about this game, and not many of them good.
He wasn't someone I considered a friend, but there was a kid who sat next to me in a computer class like a few different times in high school, and he would swear up and down that Final Fantasy 13 was a good game. And I'm
mean, there are people that genuinely like this game. I just don't know if I'm going to be one, and I probably won't be, because I didn't care for Final Fantasy X for doing the same thing that Final Fantasy 13 is accused of, and that is being a hallway game.
Yep. So, I mean, this was like the real, this was the hallway game of the franchise.
Because unlike Final Fantasy 13, at least Final Fantasy X, you could go back to other areas. There wasn't anything to do. You were basically still just going in a straight point to point for the game. But at least you could go back. I've heard that there's literally, you cannot go back at certain points. So that's going to be fun.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's
Al
really
says
funny.
the battle theme is pretty good.
It is. I've listened to some of the music. The music is fine. So, like, yeah.
I'd hope so.
But also, probably the better game that came out on the 9th, and this one's for Al, Yakuza 3 for PS3.
Shout out to Al in the chat.
A good game from a good series.
This gets an honorary smash, even though I haven't played it.
Yeah.
Just for Al.
Exactly. I mean,
smash for Al.
I'm sure it's good.
Oh, yeah.
Where does Yakuza 3 rank in the series for you?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
As we move on. On the 14th of March, we got the North American release of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Smash.
We talked about this game before a lot.
Is this the game of the year?
It's not my game of the year, but I'm probably for you guys.
For me, yes, it is.
So therefore, it is the game of the year?
Al said it's probably his second or third least favorite Yakuza.
Hell yeah, brother. Good job, Yakuza 3. All right. But yeah, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we've talked about these games a lot, so if you want to hear our more extended thoughts, we have plenty of podcasts. But great game in the middle of March, which is already a stacked month. Continuing on, a couple days later, we got quite a few games. The first of which we had God of War 3 for PS3, a huge entry in the series. Some might say it was the best one at the time. I don't know. I'm not a God of War fan, but I heard big things about this game, so it's here.
2010 was truly the year where the PS3 heard all of the no games accusations and
they were just
all right, bitch, here's some games.
They were like, all right, you fuckers, fine.
God of War 3 is definitely a smash, though. It's a great game.
All right.
I need to go back to it at some point.
Landon, I assume you don't have anything to add?
I don't know what a gao is.
What a gao.
A gao.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also on the 16th, we got Resonance of Fate for PS3 and 360.
Nice.
Classic. Cool. Haven't played it yet.
Classic. The most I've interacted with the characters is they're in Project Cross Zone.
Yep.
I
just put it here because notable release, but once again, doesn't matter to us particularly. So
actually, I mean, I've heard it's a really good RPG.
Yeah, I have heard that.
I just haven't played it yet. I own it.
All right. Al says fun game, so you know what? If Al says it's a fun game, I'm willing to believe it. All right.
Game of the year.
Game of the year. There you go.
Game of the year.
On the well on the 16th, we got Metro 2033 on PC and 360, marking the first entry of the Metro game series, also based on the book of the same name. So yeah, I forgot this one originally. Landon had me add it in, and yeah, it's notable, so it's here.
It's a shooter, but at least it's more of a survival shooter than it is.
Yeah, it's got its own flavor. It's a little different. Else.
Yeah.
On the 22nd, we got the WiiWare release of Cave Story, which is Cave Story Plus, and then moved to WiiWare. But it was just called Cave Story when it was released on WiiWare, if I recall correctly. But it's Cave Story Plus. It's because Cave Story originally was like 2004, so this was like, yeah. It also came out on DSiWare, so it wasn't just WiiWare, but DSiWare release was like later. So
smash.
we're waiting for
I was waiting for you to finish talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was kind of
No, it's okay.
He was gonna keep going while you kept raising your hand.
When my family finally got like proper Wi-Fi and not just like an internet connection, we actually had like a router with Wi-Fi. This was the first game that I bought on WiiWare. I was like, I'm playing Cave Story. I
remember I went to a friend's house and they had a Wii, and like this was one of the games they had on it. I played a little bit of it. I didn't play a whole lot, but it was fun. So yeah, this
is a fantastic game. Before Minecraft, Cave Story was considered like the king of indie games, and was like it was generally like seen as the biggest indie game to ever be released. Obviously, years have passed since then, but
it's also interesting to note, like this, it's not like this was like the first big year of indie games either. Like there was several years of good indie games up till this point, and Cave Story just kind of was like the big one to break through.
Well, Cave Story didn't break through. Cave Story originally came out on PC in 2004.
What I did mention that. But like,
okay, sorry.
I mostly just mean like thanks to the WiiWare release though. Like,
no, it definitely like blew up in popularity after that. But great side-scrolling Metroidvania with multiple endings, and you're almost always, unless you're using a guide, you're not going to get the best ending on your first playthrough. It's like almost a guarantee. But I think that's part of the beauty of it. It gives you an incentive to want to replay.
We got 3 releases on March 23rd, and I feel like mixing it up a little bit. So for the first one, Landon, we got the release of Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey for DS.
Hell yeah. Haven't played
it yet. But
I played this game. I played the 3DS version. I played Redux.
They re-released.
That's why I said I haven't played this version yet. Thank you.
Do you know which version, like what version differences are there?
So Redux, they added a whole like character and like storyline to said character, and I think an extra dungeon to that. And then if I remember right, a lot of people were upset about the artwork for the 3DS version. I don't know.
You weren't one of those people. You were just like,
I never played the original, so I'm like, okay. But the game is fun. It is a first-person dungeon crawler SMT game, so strap in for that. I never beat it because the final boss, at least on the neutral route, is stupid.
I think I remember you talking about that. You were like, I am stuck on this boss and I give up.
I'd have to like grind my party to like by 20 levels to like do it well. And that was after making like a completely like reflect party. So like they would like reflect attacks back at the boss. And I was just like, no thanks.
Yeah. Also on the 23rd, we got the release of Red Steel 2 for the Wii. Cool.
This is a game that I'm surprised got a sequel, because the first game was like trashed.
Yeah.
Like people hated the original, but this one
was apparently decent. Like
I remember people like it got like pretty generally favorable reviews. It used Wii Motion Plus, which I'm sure helped.
Yeah. So that's just here because, a decent glow up sequel Felt like just putting it in
Yeah.
there. The 23rd
I've
also
not
saw the release of Just Cause 2 for PC, PS3, and 360. Before the Just Cause series just became, milked to high heaven.
Yeah. I mean, this game is really good. Like, I've not played a ton of it, but like it's definitely the type of game where you just like dick around and do whatever the fuck because you have a grappling hook and you can go anywhere. So
yeah, I've really only played Just Cause 3, but the grappling hook is like so much fun in that, and this game has the grappling hook too, so I assume it's also good.
yeah.
Right?
Have they done like a newer? Have they re-released Just Cause 2 on like anything?
I don't know if they have actually. I'll look into that. Keep going, Cloud.
Yeah. On the 28th, we got the release of WarioWare DIY for DS.
Yay!
Yay! I have not played this one actually.
I have.
I know this is like I remember like reception on it was pretty mixed.
I just remember I just remember I got the game and I had no idea how WarioWare games functioned. So I played it for like an hour, tried to figure out what the hell this game was meant to be, and I was like 18 at the time and not patient, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I never played it again. But
hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I know it's the one where you can like make your own micro games, but like I don't know how that mechanic actually works. I've never played this one.
I tried very hard to do stuff with that, and I think that's why I gave up on the game.
That's fair. From what I've heard, there are far better WarioWare games.
Yeah. And on the 30th, the last release we got for March, worth mentioning, is Sakura Wars So Long My Love on PS2 and Wii. Notably, this came out 5 years ago on the PS2 in Japan, and then just never saw the light of day. And then when they finally decided to give us the game, it was when it was coming out on the Wii, and we still somehow got the PS2 version as well. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, yep.
So why not? Yeah, Sakura Wars.
This, I think, is also... Was this our only Sakura Wars released at that, like, up to that point?
I don't know. I just remember that at All Out Nintendo, we were following this game because of this exact thing. Is that like it was coming out for the Wii, and it had already been out for like 5 years, and we just thought it was kind of cool that it was coming out on the Wii. So like,
I have played this game, and I love this was the first game to be released outside of Japan. Yeah. It is the 5th game in the series, and it's the first one we got.
Yep. All right.
How?
Yeah.
But it's a cross between a like visual novel romancing game and like a mech game.
Gotcha.
So like you have like tactic mech fighting for part of it, and then the rest of the time you're like you've got like 5 different girls, and you're like doing like their whole story bit, and then like you can pick one to like do shit with. It is good for the type of game it is. I actually enjoy it a lot. Yeah. It's solid.
Moving on to April, we only got 4 releases. Let's try and get through them really quick. First one, we didn't get anything for like the first few weeks, so that was really worth mentioning. But on 4/20, baby, we got Monster Hunter Tri for the Wii, which is notable for being the first major Monster Hunter game on a Nintendo console that we would get, because before they were like PSP games mostly. But we got a pretty... This was like a... Nope. Why are you looking at me like that? Did I say something wrong?
I think he's waiting for me to say something.
Oh.
It's a smidge.
Oh, have you played this?
Oh, yeah.
I have, actually. I got this
I played this too.
I got this for my birthday that year because my parents were like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was kind of like scraping for ideas, and I'm like, looking at what came out that year, because at the time I still only had a Wii as like my main home console for that generation. I didn't have a PS3 yet, so I'm like, Monster Hunter Tri and Sonic Classic Collection, and that's what I got.
You should have probably asked for WarioWare DIY instead.
Monster Hunter Tri is a game I tried to get into. I remember playing it for, I want to say, like 7 or 8 hours, maybe. I just couldn't really get that into it, honestly. Like the gameplay loop just wasn't really for me.
Anything to add,
I am in the same boat as Jack. I played it for a couple hours. I even tried it again when it came out on Wii U.
Yeah, because they released it as like Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because originally, like, this was the original Monster Hunter 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, because that had like online, so I think Jack and I were both like, okay, let's try it and see.
Yeah, we tried it out, and then like neither of us, I think we had maybe 2 gameplay sessions of that and just never went back to it.
Right.
And I think I got to the part where you start like having like areas where you swim, and I was just like, nah.
Too much.
Nah, this is
I'm done.
I've heard it's not a really great like entry to start with, which is unfortunate because this is where I started with Monster Hunter.
Same.
And now I have no interest in the series whatsoever.
Yeah, same.
So,
all right.
Oh well.
On the 27th, there was actually 3 games that I felt were notable and worth putting up here. I'm going to actually do these a little bit out of order. The first one I'm just going to rattle off. We had Record of a Garrist War for PS3 and 360. I remembered this game because I remember one of my friends who owned a PS3 at the time, he was interested in this game. So I was like, that is a notable enough game for me to put here. Cool.
I own some of these games. Never played them. Yeah. But I own them.
We also saw the release of Super Street Fighter 4 for PS3 and 360. So yeah, the updated release of Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 4 is a good game. Super Street Fighter 4, pretty cool. All right. And then also on the 27th, we had the release of Nier for PS3 and 360. Notably, there was actually 2 versions of this game, but we only got one of them, and that is the Gestalt version. But also in Japan, they had a replicant version that was for PS3 that like starred like a younger character. But yeah, we got Nier, so that was the first Nier game. It took them 7 years to get a second Nier game after that, but thank God they did. I still gotta play the Nier replicant thing that they came out with on PS4. I still don't have it, but yeah, Nier, cool. May, we got quite a few games. We have 3 games on the 11th. The first one, which was something that Landon had me add, which good thing that he did. We have Skate 3 for PS3 and 360. Notable skating game for the time. Yeah.
Skate was like Landon said in our private chat, Skate was the franchise that really like got people interested in like skateboarding games again when Tony Hawk games started to do some silly bullshit.
Yeah, that's exactly how I put it. Was like when Tony Hawk was doing silly bullshit because
Yep.
All right.
It's
anything to add
never
really
played
quick?
Skate games. I've never played the Skate games, but they have a huge fan base for a reason. They're quality games.
On the PS3 exclusively on May 11th, 3D Dot Game Heroes.
Guys, do you want to hear about a like super niche game that no one has ever heard about? Well, do I have a game for you? It's called Zelda.
Yeah.
It is literally that, yeah.
I feel like this game gets brought up. Nothing against this game, but this game, like anytime anyone's like, here's a list of games that are super under the radar for PS3, 3D Dot Game Heroes is like the first on that list. And it's like, okay, if it's on every list, then is it really under the radar?
It's just one of those games where it's like a lot of people have a fondness for it, even if it's not like one of the biggest releases ever for the system.
I know it's not God of War 3, but
a lot of people know about this game now.
Yeah,
I want to play this game. Looks like lighthearted fun. Looks cool. Anything to add, Jack?
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, but I've never played it.
R.I.P. Scott the Waz's old outro music that used a song from this game.
And we can't use it anymore.
Nope.
Fucked up.
Also on the
Fucking
11th,
Atlas.
we saw the release of Lost Planet 2 for PS3 and 360. It did get a PC release, but that was later in the year. So, Lost Planet 2.
Pass.
On the 12th, the next day, we had Rocket Knight on PC and 360. This was actually the revival of the Rocket Knight Adventures games. It also got a release on the PS3 the following week, so that was cool.
Neat.
More importantly, though, on the 17th of May, we got the release on WiiWare of Bit Trip Runner.
Pass.
because Landon just loves to shit on the original Bit Trip Runner.
Listen,
if 111 wasn't such a bullshit, stupid, hard difficulty spike, then
literally where I stopped playing.
It's because it's like,
why would you make us play the entire last 10 levels again?
Even if that level did not exist, the game balance and like the Bit Trip games are all like pretty challenging. That is part of the point. I understand. But like this game's like balance, like difficulty curve is so all over the place that it is insane.
Yep.
And so that like because this game is the most popular outside of Beat, I feel like I can like at least like go, hey, did you actually get past the first 3 levels, or is that where you stopped?
Yeah. On the 18th, which is the next day, we got 4 releases. I'm just gonna get the big one out of the way first. Red Dead Redemption, PS3 360. Big game.
Wow.
We did not bring it up in the list, but also Undead Nightmare comes out later in the year, which is an expansion for this.
Yeah.
People like this game.
Apparently.
People do like this game. I have not played it.
Haven't played it
yet. You know what? I was given the Switch version for free.
Isn't that one a download code in box?
No, but I was just given the digital copy.
Okay.
But it has a cartridge, but I think you have to like download some of the data still.
I wouldn't be surprised
game
if it was
key
like
card then.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
Switch 1 game key card. Let's go.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the DLC expansion was download and then the rest of the base game was like on the card. But anyway.
It's Red Dead.
Yep, Red Dead. Also on the 18th, we had Alan Wake for 360. The original Alan Wake.
Alan Wake.
You know, no one's played this video game.
It's true. No one has played this video game. I actually have. It's been a very long time. I haven't played all of it. I played like a little bit of it at a friend's house, but
everyone meet no one.
Hey, it's me. No one.
Also, we got a major multi-platform title release in Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands that came out on PS3, 360, DS, and PSP. Got versions of this game as well. But honestly,
was there not a Wii version? Why?
But honestly, I think the coolest release on May 18th was Trauma Team for the Wii from Atlas. I think that's the coolest release in May on the 18th.
Okay.
Honestly, there might have been other releases, but that was the release for that date, and I just forgot if like they had any other releases because they were, I think, at a different time.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. For some reason, Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands on the main Wikipedia page for it lists all of the consoles that it's on: mobile, DS, PS3, PSP, web browser, 360, and Windows. Does not say Wii. However, there is a separate entry for the Wii version.
Even though it's like not
an entirely separate Wikipedia page for the Wii version of Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands.
Page?
Yeah, straight
that's
up.
Funny. All right. But let's keep going because we still got a lot to go through. I'm sorry if I'm like kind of like rushing through. We just have a lot.
No, it's okay.
It came out for the Wii. I've seen it before.
Super Mario Galaxy 2 on May 23rd for the Wii.
All right, pass. Let's keep going.
A game that Jack is literally playing right now.
Sorry, we don't have time for this. Let's keep going.
We have time for Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Watch. Hey, I'm streaming this game tomorrow. I'm currently streaming this game on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so join in for that.
All right.
Do you have three words about the game, Jack?
3 words?
Yeah, 3 words.
Good fucking game.
There we go.
Awesome. All right. 2 days later, we got a couple more releases that close out our releases for May. First one, Blur on PC, PS3, and 360, which was a spiritual successor to Project Gotham Racing. That's all. That's really the only reason I put this on here. I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah.
I'm trying to remember what this game even is. I keep
it's
thinking
it's like a combat / racing kind of game. It's weird. I remember
because I remember
it.
This game existing. I do remember this game existing, but for some reason I just cannot not picture the band Blur in my head when I see the name of this game, and I'm just like, it's not ringing a bell.
Also on the 25th, I did this release a little weird because this was released on 2 platforms, PS3 and PSP, although the PS3 release is typically the more notable one. The PSP release was 1 day before. We had Mod Nation Racers. Yeah.
Neat.
It was pretty big when it came out, but I've never played it.
It wasn't.
It was pretty much like the PS3's answer to Mario Kart.
Yeah. June, we got a few games. On the very first, we got Alpha Protocol for PC, PS3, and 360. Neat. On the 8th, we had 2 games. The first one, and I say this as somebody that likes the band, I think it's kind of funny that they got a whole game. We got Green Day Rock Band for PS3, 360, and Wii.
All right. This is a pass, and I'll explain why. I love Green Day.
But all their songs are the same. What's the point?
No. That's not it. It's the fact that, okay, you look at Beatles Rock Band, which came out like 6 months before this one, maybe like 8 months. And it's like a pretty extensive catalog that features songs from all of their albums. This game hard focuses on just 3 albums. You have like 10 songs apiece from Dookie, American Idiot, and 21st Century Breakdown, and barely anything from everything else. And I'm like, they have so much better shit.
And of course, like, they only did 21st Century Breakdown because that was their new album from like a couple years ago.
Yeah, it was the newest one at the time. But
it's not even one of their better albums.
It's really not. It's the fact that the only 2 songs, and it's combined into one, from Insomniac are Brain Stew and Jaded. It's just, come on, man, what are you doing?
They're trying to pump out.
They have so many other good songs that they could have put on here.
They're just trying to pump out these so they can, milk. Band into the ground.
Exactly.
This was definitely a milking of the franchise game.
But also on the 8th, we did get on the PSP Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. Cool.
I've not played this one, but I've heard it's good.
Yeah. Neat. I've heard it's one of those like standout PSP games. So there it is. On the 18th, not a video game release, but we got a hardware release. We got the Revision Xbox 360S. So now now you can stop having your Xbox 360 red ring. It only took 5 years.
Yeah.
The height of the 360 and Microsoft. And now let's watch it fall.
It's all downhill from here.
This is literally where Microsoft peaked, because like the 360S was actually like a very good console revision for the original 360. It's slimmer, it looks nicer, it's a very clean, glossy black. Like, it's a very good system. It doesn't red ring most of the time. I have heard some people say that the Slim does red ring, but still, this is the peak for Microsoft, and they have just been going downhill ever since.
Yep.
There's a couple like notable things that Microsoft does before we hit like where they actually fall, but this is the start of the plateau. We're gonna hit a couple good like releases, and then this same year we're just gonna do a quick nosedive. So let's watch in real time.
On the 22nd, we got the release of Dragon Ball Origins 2 for DS.
Hell yeah. I played, I think, this much of this one.
I've heard it's better than the first Origins, which means I'm sad I didn't play it. But hey, it's always good to have some OG Dragon Ball content.
God, it's been so long too.
27th of June, we got on the Wii Sin and Punishment Star Successor, another good Wii game from what I've heard.
Another good Wii game, and a surprising entry into a series that Nintendo pretends doesn't exist.
Yeah.
This is a hard smash. This game fucking rules.
I've heard good things.
I love this game.
And then on the 29th, we got Singularity for PC, PS3, and 360.
Another shooter.
Yep.
Here we go.
July, we got about the same number of releases as June. So let's go through them. On the 6th, we've got, this is for you, Jack, we got Persona 3 Portable for PSP, which is the PSP version. It has a female main character option and a bunch of other changes to, tailor it to the PSP.
Woo.
We got, it is a good, there is no bad version of Persona 3.
It's good. It is a very the biggest improvement that this game did is being able to control have direct control of your party members instead of just they do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
AKA they made it playable.
Yeah. But because this is a PSP game, it is slightly stripped back in terms of presentation. Like you don't actually move around in the overworld as your character. It's more like just a cursor that you move around and you just select things that way, and it's kind of lame in that regard.
The cutscenes are more like visual novel-esque instead of actually in the 3D engine, since there's none of that for the overworld at least. So, but it works, and it's a perfectly good version.
It is a good version of the game for sure.
On the 11th of July on the DS, we got Dragon Quest IX: Sentinels of the Starry Skies. Fucking good game. When's the remake? God damn.
Never.
Classic. Haven't played it yet. Wait, yes, I did.
Actually.
At the time of this recording, I actually beat this game finally earlier this year, because I had this game for 13 years or something like that, and I got 30 hours in, dropped it, didn't come back till this year, beat it. Now I like Dragon Quest. Thumbs up.
It's real sad. This is definitely a very underrated Dragon Quest game, and I think a lot of that is because of the hard focus on the multiplayer aspect.
Yeah, you don't need to
do marketing
it
at the time,
but they did really drive it in the advertising specifically. They were play this game with friends, and
you don't need to.
You don't.
But it's very it's very old school in terms of how I would describe it. Your main character is not really he's not the prominent person. You make your own party. It's very job class centric, so it feels like
Dragon Quest 3.
Dragon Quest 3. It's essentially Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake for the Nintendo DS.
Yes. And on top of that, it was also a game that had a bunch of throwback retro content that was celebrating previous entries in the series that they did in the post game, because it's massive post game. Post game. So,
but it's a good and it's a good game. It's the reason I attribute this game to part of the reason why I have a more expanded RPG pool, because I bought this on a whim, and it's definitely playing this got me into playing a lot more other RPGs.
Right.
Now, Jack, would you like to say bad words about this game?
I don't have bad words to say about it. I think it is a good game. I bought it not launch day, but pretty close to when it came out, just because I had heard so many great things about it, and I'm I've never really I never owned a Dragon Quest game before, and I do turn-based RPGs. I'll give it a shot. And I just couldn't really it just never really grabbed me, purely because the story isn't really anything special.
I think
and it's entirely because and now I think this is cool. I think it's cool that you do have 4 fully customizable party members that you can make make them look however you want. You can make them any class you want, but they're all
4.
You can.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, you can have 4 at a time.
Yeah.
But like, they are 4 silent protagonists that say nothing and do nothing in regards to the story. The only character, like main character that follows you around that talks is the fucking fairy, and she was annoying. So I remember like I want to say I got like somewhere around like 15 to 20 hours into this game before I decided like I'm getting kind of bored, honestly. I'd rather play something else.
It's one of those games where like you have to really play it for like the journey rather than just like and it is grindy. Like you have to it's very slow burning.
Yeah.
And I feel like when it comes to RPGs for you, you're more of like you need a nice brisk pace. If it's very slow burning, like it's kind of hard. That's not a bad thing. But
that's fully on me. I'm impatient.
I would say like I remember the final boss being fucking awesome for this game though.
Awesome final boss.
So the journey's great if you are okay with like the party isn't driving the story, it's what's happening in the world and you showing up kind of like changes some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like the final boss is fucking sick. I loved it.
It has really good ties to like the world. So yeah, no spoilers. Just want to mention that. Yeah, good game though. On the 21st, though, here's a game that Jack can talk about. We got on Xbox Live Arcade, Limbo.
Smash. Why the fuck did this dark and spooky atmospheric game come out in the middle of July?
I don't know.
Because honestly, that's when
ULP this game.
When you go.
That's when you go.
When you go.
Watch me go. Here I go.
Watch me go. Yeah, Limbo's great. It's a quick, like maybe hour and a half to 2 hour, like 2D platformer, like puzzle platformer, where you play as the silhouette of a boy and exploring a world of horrors and watching him get mutilated and still get away with a T rating because it's all silhouettes. But like, man, this game is gruesome in some parts. Like,
it's awesome.
You get crushed by a fucking like piston, and then you like watch it like spread apart and see all of your guts and blood just like kind of stretch. It's gross. And
it's all black and white, so it's fine, baby.
Yeah, it's all black and white and it's all silhouettes, so it's fine.
All right.
T-rating. I didn't play this game until it came out on PC, but it is phenomenal. Love it.
I also did not play it until it came out on PC. Humble Indie Bundle, baby.
We got 3 games that came out on the 27th of July, and I'm going to mix these up because I feel like it. The first one, we got Blaze Blue Continuum Shift on PS3 and 360.
Neat.
This was the first Arc System Works game I ever played.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Blaze Blue games are good, and this is a really good one.
I think I remember this being like one of the first Blaze Blue games where like more people started paying attention to the series, because I remember seeing people talking about it. So, yeah. On the 27th, we also saw the release of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty for PC. It's StarCraft 2. That's the only reason why I'm putting it here. I don't care about this game, but I know that people
I've played this game, actually. It was one of my friends who like he loves StarCraft, like gifted this and then like I think the expansion to me as a gift for my birthday one year, and I honest to God, I tried, but I do not like RTS games at all. They're so boring to me. It's not my thing.
Yeah, it's not my thing either, but it is a big game, so it was deserving of being
it was huge. Huge. This was the game that was like winning. Like if it wasn't Red Dead, it was this game that was winning all the Game of the Year awards this year.
I was gonna say, like, people still play this game. People still talk about this game. Like this is a game. Yeah. So like,
yeah, it was a big one.
Anything to add, Landon? He's like, why are you asking me?
I don't know.
You know what? Let's talk about a game that I think Landon really wants to talk about. On the Wii, we got the release of Arc Rise Fantasia.
Piss.
The Wii has RPGs. What is everyone talking about?
Yeah, of course the Wii has RPGs.
What do you mean what's in it?
It has Super Paper Mario. That's an RPG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I gotta get back to this game.
Like,
it's weird.
This game,
but
man,
it's a guilty
this
pleasure.
game.
Yeah, Landon. This game.
I enjoy this game. I fucking played this. I played this game and then I started a let's play for this game. Like
Yes.
almost like it was like within months of like beating the game for the first time. I was like, you know what? Let's play this game. And that took years.
Very big game.
Never be a content creator, folks.
That's
the end of that. Let's bucket this into 3 parts. There's the art. Great. Love the art style, love the music.
The overworld is gorgeous for a Wii game. It's like beautiful.
Love the character models. Like the world setting is like really cool. The monsters, like there's some really cool monsters. So there's that bucket. That's great. Awesome.
Visuals fantastic.
And visuals and music, because the music is this soundtrack.
Oh, killer.
Fucking killer. This has some great fucking battle themes, some great town themes, just like everything about it. Killer. And then, you know what? We're just going to go to the next really great bucket. The combat is fucking sick.
Oh, yeah. They have like this cool system where like you build like AP that the party can use that accumulates for like everyone. And it like can dictate what you can do. And it's good layer of strategy involved. The way that you can build your weapons is like a Tetris board. So like you can get your abilities and shit. It's really cool.
And those weapons aren't like, they don't have like a specific, like, I give you plus 15 to your strength modifier and I give you plus 30. So I'm automatically better. They all, it's just all about the ability, baby. And like unlocking like this like the secret ability.
It takes an approach that's like Final Fantasy X's weapons, but it's way better because of the layer of strategy involved in assigning the abilities.
And the magic is really cool because you can just set up whatever type of magic you want on every character. Yeah. Like you can dictate the level of magic that the number of magic points at each level a character can have, the typing of magic, like everything is very customizable. Love it. Those 2 parts, great. The story is kind of whatever, and the voice acting is
it's funny. Let's just say that it's funny.
No, it's funny in the same way that Heavy Rain is funny.
Yeah,
we'll say
it's funny in the same way that the fact that Deadly Premonition exists and somehow got a sequel is funny.
Yeah.
So I love it, but not because of like it's quotable.
It's a guilty pleasure.
That's not why I love it. It is a very guilty pleasure.
Arc-Rise Fantasia is for you like what the Hyperdimension Neptunia games are for me. It's like I could not care less about the story of this game. I'm just here because it looks cool, it sounds cool, and the gameplay is pretty good. That's it.
Yeah.
We have
awesome
one final release for July, and then we're going to take a break for our housekeeping. On Xbox Live Arcade, we had a sequel to the amazing Hydro Thunder in Hydro Thunder Hurricane.
Hydro Thunder!
Did this come out on literally anything else?
From what I know, I think maybe after on like one thing, but I don't think it did. I'm pretty sure.
Windows Store.
There you go. That's what else it came out on.
This is why I have never played this game. Because it's only on, well, technically you can play it on Xbox One because it was made backwards compatible.
Yeah. But yeah.
But that's unfortunate because I love Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder is fantastic. So I assume this game seems pretty good from what I saw, and I was like, oh, I didn't know Hydro Thunder had a follow-up.
It has an aggregate score of 75 through Metacritic.
Which for an arcade game, that sounds about right. It's good.
Yeah. A lot of the scores are like 8, 8.5, and then there's like a couple 7s, and IGN gave it a Probably because it has too much water.
Probably. There you go. So we're gonna do some housekeeping. Jack, can you do the honors because I need a quick break to go get a drink.
Yep. Hey everybody. This is the Gaming Stooges. Currently we have 4 streams right now. I am in the middle of playing Super Mario Galaxy 2. As we mentioned earlier, it's one of my favorite games of all time. We just beat the main game. We got into World S, so we're pretty much closing in on the first half of the total 242 stars. Let's see. This week, Cloud is starting Final Fantasy. Well, I guess by the time this goes up on streaming platforms, Cloud will have started Final Fantasy VI. Landon has started a Dragon Quest IV. So you can look forward to those on our Twitch channel. We have links to everything available. We have a Discord. Join our Discord. We have a Patreon. This month's Patreon video is
by the time this goes out to other platforms, we will have an in-depth review. It was supposed to be a brief discussion, but became an in-depth review between Landon and I for Dragon Quest XI to celebrate its anniversary, which is this month back in 2017. So yeah, go if you like Dragon Quest and if you want to hear our thoughts on Dragon Quest XI, specifically Dragon Quest XI S. Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch family of consoles. Gaming systems, sorry, I have to make that as long as possible. Yeah, go watch it. You just have to be a Silver Stooge.
Entertainment Systems has more syllables, and that's why we use Entertainment System.
True. And also Nintendo used Entertainment System as a phrase too, so that tracks.
Yeah. Anyway, go join at the Silver Stooge. Oh my fucking god! Why did we set it up like that?
I don't know. That was my fault.
Tier, and you can watch that video when Cloud puts it up.
It will be out by the time this goes out to
next month. We'll do something. Who knows? I sure as hell don't know what we're doing yet. I'm just eating this fucking Tillamook ice cream sandwich, salted caramel flavor.
There you go. All right, are you we covered everything?
Yep. I mentioned all the streams, the Patreon, the Discord.
All right, let's jump back in. We got a lot more games to cover because holiday season means lots and lots of games. But let's start with August, which had a respectable amount, a little bit more than June and July, so a little uptick. On the 4th, we got on Xbox Live Arcade the release of Castlevania: Harmony of Despair. We got a new Castlevania game that was made for Xbox Live Arcade. Pretty cool. Neat. On the 10th, on PlayStation Network first, and then released on Xbox Live Arcade a couple weeks later, we got Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game.
Smash. This coincided with the release of the movie, which came out the same month. Yeah, it's a solid beat 'em up with Scott Pilgrim characters, and it's fun.
You played
this game. It's not like the greatest beat 'em up you'll ever play. I will say, like, the biggest flaw of the game is that because there is a level up system for each character with a max level of 16. Early levels, your characters are pretty sluggish and move kind of slow, and you don't have a whole lot of like special moves that you can use. So the game like really gets more fun once your characters are higher leveled.
All right.
But otherwise, yeah, great game.
The 17th of August saw the release of 2 games. The first one, we'll get this out of the way. We got Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days for PC, PS3, and 360.
Wasn't this game like panned upon release?
It was pretty. I mean, it's like I think if I remember right, its Metacritic isn't like super low. It's like in the 60s or something. But like,
it's in like the low 60s. But I mean, for a video game, that might as well be like a death sentence because gamers see a 6 out of 10 score and they're just like,
IGN gave it a 7 out of 10. They like it more than Hydro Thunder Hurricane. So
there you go.
But on the PSP on the same day, we did get the release of E7.
Hold on. I need to go back because I just looked at Destructoid gave the 360 version of Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days a 1 out of 10.
There you go.
That might have been what I was thinking of.
Probably. Anyway, what shitty game were you talking about?
Ys 7 for PSP.
I still haven't played this one yet, but it's a Ys game, so hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Love the Mets.
This next, we got 2 games that came out on the 24th worth mentioning. The first one, I put this in purely for the meme. On the Wii and DS, later released for mobile devices, we got Ivy the Kiwi, which was a game.
The Kiwi?
That's how you say it because it's got a question.
And you always have you always have to say it like that. It is Ivy the Kiwi,
and it was made by Yuji Naka's new company, Prope. Yuji Naka fell off hard, man.
No, hold on. I've heard that this is actually like a pretty decent game.
I've heard this. Yeah, I've heard this one's all right.
It's a cute, like stylized 2D platformer.
Yeah, it was this game, and then there was like one other one, like Rodeo the Sky Summoner or whatever. I don't remember the fucking
Rodeo the Sky Saga.
Yeah, I don't know. Rodeo, like that one is another one, I think.
Yeah,
it was
Rodeo the Sky Soldier.
Yeah. And those
Soldier.
Yeah, like those ones were like okay, and then like after that, like it's just like, man, what happened?
I've actually played Ivy the Kiwi, and it is fun. It is better than Kane of Lynch 2 Dog Days.
True. That is a true statement.
Yeah.
And then as well on PS3, 360, and PC. I kind of said that a little out of order, but we got Mafia 2. Okay.
Neat.
Is it like Spider-Man 2?
For the PlayStation 2?
Yeah. Is it like
I
that?
hope so. Does it have a pizza delivery game?
Yeah. Is there pizza in this video game?
I don't know. But there's 2 releases on August 31st, the very end of the month. We got, and I'm going to do these out of order from what I put. We got on the PSP, Valkyria Chronicles 2.
Hell yeah. Haven't played it yet. Because it's a fucking PSP game. Release it on something else, Sega, you fucking cowards!
The PSP was popping off in 2010. So, yeah.
The PSP was popping off in 2010. It's crazy. Like Ys, Valkyria Chronicles 2, we mentioned other things.
There's going to be more game. We had Persona 3 Portable. We got more stuff coming up. If you were a PSP fan in 2010, you were eating.
I've heard Valkyria Chronicles 2 is nowhere near as good as some of the other entries. And they never released fucking Valkyria Chronicles 3, which pisses me off. There was so many for a while. Like Sega would do like their surveys of like, hey, what do you want us to release? And I'd like every single one of those, I'd be like, Valkyria Chronicles 3, port it now, Western release. And I think they just stopped making those because I just kept doing that.
Yeah, they were like, all right, this guy's got to stop. He's obsessed. Yeah. And then also on the 31st of August on the Wii, we've got Metroid Other M.
Hiss.
Double smash.
Boy, howdy. Hey, fun fact. I was going to bring this up earlier when we were talking about Dragon Quest 9, but I was really looking forward to Metroid Other M, like because it was like I was like waiting all summer for it because it's like new Metroid game, like new Metroid game for the Wii.
This was the first new Metroid game in a couple years, right? Because Corruption was in 2007, right? 2007.
Yeah,
so it's been 3 years.
Prime 3.
3 years is like that is no time at all for Metroid.
That's nothing now. That's nothing now, but
yeah, that was nothing then.
It was nothing then, honestly. I mean, keep in mind that Metroid was completely non-existent for an entire console generation during the 64 era. But anyway,
it did get quite a few games though in like the 2000s. So that's why I'm saying it was a hot minute.
They ramped it, and then they went, let's cool down. And then they went, let's really cool down after this.
Yes.
Either way, I was like really looking forward to this, and like as more and more information of the game came out, I was slightly less and less interested in it. And then once reviews came out for it before the game came out, I'm like, oh no. Oh, I'm gonna be disappointed in this, aren't I? And I thought about it and I'm like, I think I'm gonna spend my money on Dragon Quest IX instead. And I don't regret that decision at all.
There you go, baby.
I have played Metroid Other M and it is bad.
I choose not to hate this game on the sole purpose, like on the sole fact it is not Metroid Prime Hunters.
That's true.
That's
Metroid.
sure,
Metroid Other M has actual Metroid gameplay, unlike the other one.
I don't know. That's kind of like that's like not hating Sonic 06 because it's not as bad as Sonic Boom. They're both bad. Both two things can be bad.
Is Other M really that bad?
It's not that bad. It's just like the story sucks and like the progression is pretty linear by Metroid standards, and it's awkward to control because you play with a Wii remote on its side in a 3D setting.
It's the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu of Metroid games. Got it.
Kind of. And I don't hate those, so yeah, I guess I'm just
kinda.
I'm just built stupid.
No, you're built different. You're not stupid. You just have a refined taste, we'll say.
Gameplay, yeah. I mean, Metroid Other M it's not terrible, but like considering how high the bar is for quality in Metroid games, it's hugely disappointing.
It's a large swing down, and I will.
All right,
I will give it that.
You guys ready for the holiday rush? Because we got 3 months back to back with a fuck ton of games. Let's go through them. Starting with September. 2 games come out on September 7th. We got Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions for PS3, 360, Wii, and DS. Weirdly, DS, but no PSP version. I don't know why. Sure. Okay.
Huh.
I think I played a little bit of this one. Some of the Spider-Man games are like solid, and I remember this one being okay.
Yeah. It's nothing special, but I've heard, it's fine. Yeah. Also on the 7th, we got on the PSP. I guess this is why they didn't put a Spider-Man PSP game out, because we had this the same day. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Phoenix.
They were scared of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which, to be fair, is a PSP game.
They should be scared of that video game. That is for sure.
I've heard good things about Birth by Sleep. I haven't played it on the PSP. I own it on PSP. I haven't played a whole lot of it on that. I'm more so just going to play it on, re-releases. But hey, it's hey, what's a better game to talk about though? On the 10th of September, released on PC, we got Wrecketeer and Item Shop's Tale.
We have 2 iconic long-running Gaming Stooges LPs in 1 year.
Pass.
Yeah.
Capitalism, the video game.
Yep.
Oh man.
Capitalism, ho.
I played this video game for the channel. That is for
sure.
I
forgot that was our joke. Capitalism, ho.
That wasn't even our joke. That's
in the game. That is a line of dialogue in the game.
Yeah, that's in the game.
Yeah, I mean, we said it a bunch because it's in the video game, but yeah, it's this game. It is a fun dungeon crawler, but let's playing a video game for the channel is dumb, and you should never do that. Don't be a content creator, kids.
Yep. On the 12th, 2 days later, we got on the DS Professor Layton and the Unwound Future.
You know what? Probably the best game we're going to talk about this month.
Absolutely the best game we're going to talk about this month. Probably the best game we're going to talk about for the rest of the year, honestly.
No, we have Sonic 4 Episode 1 still to talk about.
I think that's really up to interpretation. If you want to say that's your favorite game from the rest of this year, sure.
I will say that for me personally, yes. This is my favorite Professor Layton game, and it's also my second favorite game that came out this year.
All right. Anything to add, Landon?
I just played this game. I finished it earlier this year. This game's is really good.
It's really fucking good.
It's really good.
On the 14th, 2 days later, we had 2 games released. I'll get the smaller one out of the way first. We got Phantasy Star Portable 2 for PSP. Not related to the core Phantasy Star titles from the
Not at all.
90s. They had a whole separate series, and apparently that one got a sequel in this. Okay, sure.
Yeah, but famously, it is an RPG Jack is good at.
What?
Oh, because
join our Discord.
Because I said join our Discord. I said earlier that I was bad at RPGs that don't start with the letter P.
Yeah, that's
so. Yep. Yeah, there you go.
This is why you join our Discord, so you can get in on the jokes.
Classic. Haven't played it yet.
And then on the 360, we had the release of Halo Reach, also on September 14th. I played this game, and a lot of Halo fans do not care for this game as much as like the original trilogy. I will die on this hill. I fucking love this game. This is a really good game. I stayed up all night at my friend's house one night just playing through the campaign in this game because it's like it's like before Master Chief, so like you get like an origin story and it's really cool. So yeah, I like it. It was arguably the last really good Halo game. I will stand by that.
I've heard that. That's fair.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that actually.
Like after Halo Reach, it's pretty much all downhill. There's some okay games afterwards, but like nothing as good as Reach in the first 3.
Reach was pretty like mixed-ish when it came out, but I think that's just because
it didn't have Master Chief. Because you play Noble 6 instead. And you don't get to dual wield all the time.
But
you gotta play with one gun.
Retrospectively, I think people really like this one.
It's a good ass game. So yeah. I'm really happy people came around to it because it's good. On the 15th, 1 day later, not a specific game release, we got hardware in the form of the PlayStation Move. And that is the first of an interesting set of releases for this holiday season. The Harbinger is here. PlayStation Move. Honestly, this was more like this was kind of like a follow-up to like their PlayStation Eye toy that they had on the PS2. But this one has controllers, and they look like sex toys. I'm not going to mince words. The wands look like sex toys.
They are literally dildos.
Like those like vibrator things. Like, yeah.
Yeah. They are literally dildos.
They used those controllers for the original PlayStation VR when the PS4 came out. I don't know why. Yep. They did it, though.
And you know what happened overnight when they did that? The PlayStation Move controllers were like a dime a dozen. Like people, like I remember stores just having like drawers full of these fuckers. And then overnight, they shot up to $100 a pop. A pop being a pair, but still. Like they went from like nothing to like, actually, put out a loan for this. Thank you.
Yep.
Give me your entire wallet, please.
Thank you. Come again. Bye-bye.
I will personally never forgive the PlayStation Move's existence because it is the instance of the last Ape Escape game ever, and that game was total shit. So this piece of hardware killed one of my favorite PlayStation series. Fuck you.
You know, It also had a Sly Cooper game that I've never played. Well, actually, it's not just a Sly Cooper game, but it was like a mix between Sly, Ratchet.
Yeah, it was like the mascots of like the PS2 era.
And I pretend that that's the reason why we don't get new Sly Cooper games. So I'm right there with you. Fuck the PlayStation Move.
Fuck the PlayStation Move. Let's move on. On the 21st, we got 2 games. The first one I'm actually gonna mix the order up here. Pixel is not in our chat live, but hopefully she hears this later on. We got Atrian Odyssey 3, The Drowned City on the DS.
I assume she likes it because
it's an Atrian Odyssey game.
Yeah. Fuck you, Atlas.
Wait, what? Why? Okay. And then on PC, we got the release of Civilization 5. The Civ game, notable entry. I don't care. Cool.
Neat.
This is another one that's like, it was a big one at the time, and people still talk about Civ 5 specifically, but RTS, don't care.
Yeah. 28th, 27th, sorry, first on the Wii, we got Samurai Warriors 3. Can't forget that game.
Thank God you almost skipped. I can't believe you almost skipped Samurai Warriors 3, Cloud.
I can't believe you almost skipped it.
I put it on here because it's kind of interesting. We didn't get a whole lot of Muso games really at all on the Wii. A lot of the Muso games were like on the PSP or the PS3. So I thought it was kind of interesting. We got something on the Wii. Here it is.
Here we are.
That's it. That's the tweet. The 28th, we got 2 releases. Dead Rising 2 on PC, PS3, and 360.
I have a friend. I have a very specific friend. Jack, you've met him. And
yeah, Nick.
And there are 2 video games. This man, if you think I am bad about how I collect video games and I have a bunch of video games, he puts me to shame. It's ridiculous. He has multiple copies of the same thing on the same console. The joke is that I've made with him, it's one to eat, one to wipe, and then one to keep clean. Because he buys like things in like doubles or triplets. And he has 2 video games that he plays, and he doesn't really play much else. And Dead Rising 2 is I would argue is the game he's put the most time into.
That's weird.
The other one is Resident Evil 5.
Weird
what a pair
flex.
of games.
All right.
He does play other video games, but like those are like, if I were to, I will message him right now and I'll ask him when the last time he played Dead Rising 2 is, and he'll probably say within the last
earlier
6
this
months.
morning.
Yeah, very potentially.
Yeah. And then also on the 28th, we had the release of Front Mission Evolved for PS3, and 360. That is a story reboot of the first Front Mission game. It's Front Mission, so I just put it here, but I don't really care. It did not have the typical Front Mission gameplay. It's a little different, but that's all I know about it. On the 30th, we had the original PC release of Final Fantasy 14, which, if you guys don't remember,
was dog shit.
This game was absolutely dog shit on release, and it's crazy how much it's like glowed up over the years. Like people love this game.
It is the only reason why Beanix is still making money.
Honestly, yeah. Like Final Fantasy 14 is huge.
So yeah, let's separate. This is Final Fantasy 14. This is the bad one. Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn. That's the good one.
Okay.
That's when they made the game.
No, it's this. I mean, it's an updated version of the game when they fixed everything. It's still the same. It's still the same game. They just renamed it when they were like, rebirthing it. Basically, they were trying to like, save the game. Basically, they were like, this is a Realm Reborn. But it's still.
I can't believe this got an Xbox Series release last year.
They are still putting out versions of this game on consoles, like on platforms.
Yeah.
And they are still putting out expansions, and people are still spending money.
This is their best. This is their best-selling game of all time, by the way. Not Final Fantasy VII or any of the variants of it. Not one of their Dragon Quest games. This is their best-selling game.
It's this, and it's not even close.
Not even close.
From what I remember.
This game probably killed World of Warcraft when it was re-released as a Realm Reborn, obviously. Like,
potentially,
people don't play don't talk about World of Warcraft anymore that much. When people talk about MMOs, they're like, hey, you play Final Fantasy 14? It's weird. This was the original version of this game.
Yeah. Once people started like talking about Final Fantasy 14 and like actively playing it, I'm like, wait, people like that game? I thought it was dog shit.
Because it originally was. No. In fact, I remember when, I don't know how bad the PC original release, which is this entry that we're talking about here, was, but I remember when they released that original version on consoles, it ran so bad that they I don't say this lightly, for some people it was unplayable. It was that bad. So, cool. All right, let's go to October, because this is the biggest month. 18 games to talk about. On the fourth, we got 3 games, and I'm gonna get the one that isn't really as important out of the way first. There was Final Fantasy: The 4 Heroes of Light on DS, which is a game that would go on to inspire the Bravely Default games. So cool. I played a little bit of it. I don't really. I don't know if I'm gonna like it all that much, but it's okay.
Is it worse than the games that come out after it? Is it worse than Bravely Default?
Yeah, I would say so.
Damn.
I mean, I like Bravely Default, so I'm glad that this
I know
game.
you do.
I'm glad this game exists for the sole purpose of Bravely Default existing afterwards.
Yeah.
Also on the DS, we got Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. That is the last Pokemon Ranger game.
Oof. Let's never talk about that.
And then also on DSiWare, probably the one that matters the most to the most people in this group, we got Shantae Risky's Revenge.
Shantae Risky's Revenge, baby. This is the DSiWare game. I don't give a shit about anything else that was put out on DSiWare. This is it. Like, this is the game.
I mean, you're kind of right. Like, I mean, not to say that there aren't other DSiWare games, but a lot of those were also games that were just on WiiWare and more prominently on WiiWare. Like, yeah,
or like just like a game that wasn't worth mentioning. But there are a couple other ones that I do like. But this one I have not played in any version. I want to play it. I own it.
It's really good. It's just kind of short.
Yeah.
But this one,
it was a DSiWare game. So what do you expect?
WayForward was truly playing the long con by releasing like nothing but shovelware for like 8 years just so that they could fund Shantae Risky's Revenge. And then like this was the game that like brought Shantae back. I mean, like literally, it's the second Shantae game. So like in a very literal sense, yes, Shantae is back. But like it got a lot of people to like pay attention to the franchise for, you know, because they have like, hey, look, here's like a cool like 2D platformer / Metroidvania on the DSiWare.
And this is
like, oh,
this is probably like the first of WayForward's games before they got to have their own little renaissance too. Because like not too long after this, we would get Mighty Switch Force when the 3DS was out. So like they started just putting out a lot of decent, unique IP from themselves. So like, thank you, Shantae Risky's Revenge, for being a game on DSiWare. On the 5th, the next day, we got on PS3 360 the release of Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I don't care, but it is a Castlevania game that I remember having some notoriety.
Yeah.
People don't hate this.
People have a generally positive opinion of it.
Yep. On the 7th, a couple days later, on the DS, we had Kingdom Hearts Recoded, which is a remake compilation of the episodic mobile phone game Coded. It is the most easily skippable Kingdom Hearts game. There you go. Gameplay-wise, pretty solid. Story-wise, largely irrelevant. If you don't touch this game, you miss nothing. And that's saying something for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
So, yeah. On the 11th, though, something that Landon was alluding to earlier, it was first released on WiiWare on this date, and then we would get staggered releases on other platforms. iOS actually came out before this, but I didn't want to count iOS, so I didn't. We got Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Hell yeah, brother. Best Sonic game to come out this year.
Second best.
I hate this game. I hate this game for ruining my Sonic marathon.
True.
It did.
Fuck Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Yep.
All my homies hate Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Yeah. It definitely was meant as an iOS game that they just slapped a release for the rest of the consoles on after. Where it's like it controls like a mobile phone game. It looks like a mobile phone game. It sounds like
it is a mobile phone game.
It is, exactly. Yeah, we could do with never having to experience for Episode 1 ever again. Moving on. On the 12th, we got the release of Medal of Honor on PC, PS3, 360, the new Medal of Honor game, just named Medal of Honor. I missed this game originally. Landon mentioned
because
it.
wow, another shooter.
But the reason why I decided to add it because of its notoriety was because it had a controversy when it came out, because you could play as the Taliban.
That's honestly funny as fuck.
Now, is that any worse than playing as like Russians in the Cold War or playing as Nazis in World War II?
No.
I was going to say, you play as fucking terrorists in Counter-Strike. Like, you literally, everyone plays at least one round as the terrorists in Counter-Strike when you do a regular match.
But there were people that apparently thought that this was crossing a line. So,
pussies.
Also on the 12th, though, there was Super Scribblenauts for DS. I only knew...
Love Scribblenauts.
The first good Scribblenauts game.
Really? Was the first one bad?
It wasn't bad, but like it had the Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks issue where literally the entire controls are touchscreen, whereas this game actually you can control the character with the D-pad and use the touchscreen for like other shit. So, in my opinion, that was like the big thing that was holding back the original Scribblenauts for me, and I enjoyed this one a lot more because of that addition. It's a very minor thing, but it improved the game a lot.
All right. On the 17th, we had the release of Kirby's Epic Yarn on the Wii. We've talked quite a bit about this game. We had a Kirby podcast way back near the beginning of our podcast. So if you want to hear more extended thoughts on the game, you can go listen to that. But I love this game. This is one of my favorite Kirby games, even though it wasn't originally meant to be a Kirby game. But I'm happy it is. Yeah, I love it. Anything else to add, Landon or Jack, real quick?
Kirby. K for Kirby.
K for Kirby, baby.
K for Kirby. Go listen to that podcast. On the 19th, we got a few games. We got 3 games, actually. The release of Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Tag Team on PSP. Pretty good Dragon Ball Z game. Nice to have a Dragon Ball Z fighter on PSP. There was also Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 for PS3 and 360. So, okay, sure.
Wow.
But there was also on PC, PS3, and 360 Fallout New Vegas.
Wow.
Hell yeah. That's a smash for me.
Well, you can double smash because the next one's also for you too.
True. Very true. Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, I've played through the game. I mean, there's multiple multiple different paths and different endings you can get, but I have played through the game like a good handful of times and have sunk probably somewhere around 200 hours into it.
Al wants to know when you're going to stream New Vegas.
I very easily could. I have a PC that can run it pretty well. I mean, it's an old ass game, so of course I can, but like, no, New Vegas is great. I might do that one day.
All right, and on the 20th, the very next day, also, Xbox Live Arcade, we had Super Meat Boy, another one of like the biggest games to be exclusive to like online services for consoles like that. Yeah, big game. Though.
XBLA was like on something pretty good with Limbo and Super Meat Boy in the same year. See, Super Meat Boy has the release date that Limbo should have had.
Yeah, true. October 20th.
October 20th. But no, Super Meat Boy rules. It's hard as fuck, and I think to this day I still have not completed the game because I haven't gone back to it in forever, mind you. And honestly, the reason why I haven't gone back to it in so long is because they changed the soundtrack due to like a dispute with the composer of the original soundtrack, and I do not like the new soundtrack nearly as much.
All right.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. But yeah, Super Meat Boy. On the 25th, we had on WiiWare for Landon, we got Bit Trip Fate.
This is a good one. I like this one because it's, I mean, a lot of the Bit Trip games are all different, but it's like a very fun rhythm 2D shmup.
Yeah, it's really
on rail shmup.
And it's like
it is very interesting.
I would say this is one of the more atmospheric games of the series too. Like I felt like Like I remember how like they actually had like they were simple, but you had like a sense of like environments that you were passing through during the gameplay, which was pretty cool. Oh.
See, the fun thing, this game is the Bit Trip series goes over the arc of like the human existence.
Yeah.
And this is like sort of like the dark. It's a very dark game because it's like focused on like sort of like bad feelings, but then also spoilers, you die at the end. So it's like it's like reminiscent of like end of life as well. And so it's like I like it a lot. It's really cool. Like I said, really really fun. I like this more than Runner, but what do I know?
On the 26th of October, closing out the month, we got 4 releases. First, we got on the 360, there was Fable 3, back when people cared about Fable. There you go.
Wow, end. Fable.
We've made it to the end of the plateau, folks.
Yep,
this is it.
All downhill from here.
Let's watch.
Yep. On PS3, 360, Wii, and DS, we got Rock Band 3 on this day.
Wait, didn't you already mention Rock Band at the like earlier?
Yeah, Green Day Rock Band,
Green Day Rock Band.
Why are we putting out multiple rock bands in one year?
I don't know. Ask the people that made the games. I don't know.
It is insane just how many Guitar Hero and Rock Band games that came out between 2007 and 2010.
Oh, I know.
There were so fucking many of them. There were multiple entries per year in each franchise.
Yep.
And Rock Band 3 is a fucking good one. This is the one that added the keyboard as like an instrument. I'm pretty sure I still have my keyboard actually.
These games work so much better as like expansion passes.
Yeah.
Like if they did like if they really like wanted to like focus on these today, like I know the last Rock Band 4 they did like DLC packs like pretty consistently for it.
I mean, they put out DLC like pretty consistently for the entire duration of the franchise.
Yeah.
But
they were burning people out. They were milking people.
Oh no, this franchise got milked to shit. It got milked so hard to the point where Harmonix had to go independent and release Rock Band 4 with their own money instead of being published by who the fuck published Rock Band again? Was it EA?
I don't remember, but anyway, any other thoughts real quick on Rock Band 3 before we move on to the next entry?
It was EA. Yeah, no, it's a good one. It's like a lot of people say Rock Band 2 is the peak of the franchise. I would argue that Rock Band 3 has probably like the best on disc like song selection in the series.
All right.
It's a good one.
So this was already out on PC because it's made mostly a PC series, but The Sims 3 was released on PS3, 360, Wii, and DS on the 26th, which is a big deal because now people can play Sims on stuff other than a PC, and a lot of people liked that. A
lot of people liked this. Yeah.
And then also another major multi-platform release, we had Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, which was on PC, PS3, 360, Wii, and DS.
Hell yeah, brother.
Not as big of a deal as The Sims 3 or Rock Band 3, but it's a release. Okay, November. Almost there, guys. On the 1st, we've got on the Wii, Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure, which is one of Allison's favorite games. She loves this game. It is funny because you can run just bolting speed into other Pokemon. You crash into them, they go flying, and then Pikachu just dabs. And it's the greatest thing ever. It's all you need to know.
That sounds fake.
It's real. Like you could actually there's missions where you race other Pokemon and you can like crash into them, and then Pikachu's just like this, and then the game's like nice job, and you get like a jingle. That's
nice on.
Yeah,
nice on.
It's a fun game though where you get to. It's definitely made for kids. On the
know what else is made for kids?
Not the stuff coming out on the 2nd.
Oh.
We had 3 games that came out on the 2nd. The first one, we had 007 GoldenEye for Wii and DS. The Wii version of this game was pretty good. I don't know if I don't think it's as iconic as the N64 game, but I remember having a fun time playing this one multiplayer. So
this was a game that like I was really fucking anticipating, like as a big fan of the original game, and I remember like I put it on my list for Christmas that year, and I never got it, and I never ended up playing this version.
Yeah, it's not quite as like iconic. Some of the maps just aren't really as strong, but it was fun. I had a fun time. So yeah, on the PSP, there was actually 2 games that came out this on this date. We had God of War: Ghost of Sparta. So if you wanted another God of War game, there you go.
Geez, 2 God of War games in 1 year.
You know what other series had 2 games in 1 year on the same
Rock
system
Band?
at that?
Oh.
No, we got Yeast.
No.
This time with the Oath, we got the Oath of Felghana.
Close enough. Felghana.
Felghana. That's an L. That's not an I. Yeah.
To be fair, the only reason why I know how to say it is because I've actually played this video game. Not this version, but it pretty much was this version. They
just an updated re-release, right?
Yeah, they did an updated re-release, which is more or less the PSP version. This game fucking rules. It is super short, but it is a lot of fun. The story's pretty solid. I enjoy it.
All right.
10 out of 10.
Unfortunately, 2 days later, we had a catastrophic event happen.
The fall of Xbox.
So
this is the beginning of the end.
I want to say a few words after I mention what it is. It is Xbox Connect. So we had the 360 was the original release. We had the original release of the Xbox Connect, and there was a lot of launch games that were because they really promoted this thing. There's other games besides what I'm mentioning here, but there was Dance Evolution, Connect Adventures, Connect Joyride, Connect Sports, Connectables, Motion Sports, and Sonic Free Riders was in fact a launch title for this thing. So here's the thing. This was actually extremely popular. Like, people were fucking running to stores to buy this shit. Why?
Because it was new technology.
It was such a fad. It died by the time the Xbox One was coming out and they wanted to continue to push this thing, people were done with it. It lasted barely a few years. But for some reason, it was like the biggest thing of the year. For most people
love fads.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of said fad.
See, Landon, when you said the second best Sonic game was Sonic 4 Episode 1, here is the first best Sonic game of the year, Sonic Free Riders.
There it is.
So Sonic and Sega All-Stars
is the third best.
Wow. Yeah. Rough.
But yeah, the Connect, I have nothing else to say about this other than I hope those people that got into this for like 2 years got their money's worth.
I've never owned a Connect. I've used one very briefly, and it is unresponsive at best. I don't know. It's bad. All these games are shit. Connect is stupid. Fuck Microsoft.
I mean, I heard Connect Adventures was at least semi-decent, but like, it's whatever. You have anything to add, Landon?
No, I just sold these and people never understood how to use it or that they needed an adapter if they had the original model, which was funny.
This is also what Rareware got delegated to.
Yep.
Making Connect games.
So this is
pissed me off.
This is literally the downfall of Rare.
Yep.
Here we are.
There you go.
Here we are.
A couple days later, on the 7th, so 3 days later actually, just a small hardware release, peripheral release really. We had the Wii Remote Plus, which before they had released a thing called Motion Plus to make the
with Wii Motion Plus inside.
Yeah, so the Wii remotes have Motion Plus built in rather than having to buy it separately. So yeah, okay, better Wii remotes. Cool. On the 9th, we had for PC, PS3, 360, and Wii. Definitely a different version of the game. We got Call of Duty Black Ops, one of the actually good Call of Duties before it went downhill.
This was the last Call of Duty that had like absolutely no detractors. Like, going to high school and growing up around like a shitload of people that had 360s and all of them played Call of Duty. This was the last one that no one really complained about, because a year later we would get Modern Warfare 3, and like that was where people started to not like certain aspects of the games, or just it was when the franchise started going downhill.
Yeah.
There was also a DS version released. It was just developed by Endspace. So instead of Treyarch.
Yeah.
But it is featured on the same Wikipedia page as the other versions. So there you go.
All right. The 16th, a week later, we would get 3 other games. The first one we'll talk about, we got on the DS, we got 999, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors.
9 innings, 9 beers, 9 hot dogs.
A cult classic of a DS game. I have heard some people will swear that this is possibly the best DS game, or one of. So
it's definitely one of the best. I don't know if I would say it's the best. That is a very high bar, but
is it better than Chrono Trigger DS?
Fuck no.
If we talk about
no video game is.
If we talk about games that are like just new games for the DS,
it's up there for sure. Like, this is a fucking fantastic game. Like, escape the room puzzle challenges combined with like choose your own path, like murder mystery story that has a crazy amount of endings. It's really fucking good, and I love the sequel about as much, and then I love that game sequel not as much.
Landon, anything to add about 999?
Go watch the
stream. We streamed this one.
Also, you guys want to talk about series where this is probably one of the last good entries of that series? We got on the PS3 and 360 Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
I would argue technically 4 was probably the last good entry.
I will say, like, from people that I know that were into Assassin's Creed, like, they'll say that there's a couple other ones after that were good, but like this is like the last, like, I've heard nothing but good things about this game.
And then I would also argue, is there actually any good Assassin's Creed games?
This one. Probably the only one.
I've never played it.
I actually have played it, and what I played was pretty cool. But
the only Assassin's Creed I've ever played is the first one, and I got sick of how, like, that game is just parry to win. You just parry every single person.
That is not how Brotherhood plays, thank God.
Yeah, no, the combat in the first Assassin's Creed is ass, and they definitely fixed it. I've heard they fixed it with Assassin's Creed 2 when they went into the Ezio trilogy, which good that you never played the first one.
Oh, yeah. But no, I've heard good things about Brotherhood. I played Brotherhood. I thought it was pretty good from what I played. So just like Call of Duty, it's mostly downhill from here. But on the 16th as well, we did get Wii and DS versions of the worst Sonic game this year, Sonic Colors.
Yep.
Ooh.
Piss.
Man,
so I
really milking the franchise.
Yeah, man, there was a lot of Sonic games this year.
Man, it's crazy how this game killed my dog and burned my house down. This game sucks.
This game really, it broke up my parents' marriage and killed, somebody
somewhere. Yeah, no, if you go online, like, these are the claims that people are making about this game apparently being like bad. I like Sonic Colors a lot. It's not perfect, but it's really fun. I remember I got
Sonic
this game.
Colors is great.
I remember
Sonic Colors is great.
So I was in a really bad place mentally for most of this year, so I did not know a lot about any of the games that came out this year besides Pokemon. I remember that I got one gift the Christmas of this year, and it was this game, and was I was almost so happy I could cry. I locked myself in my room, and I played this game for like a week straight, and I 100%ed it. I love this game. So yeah.
10 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
18th best game this year.
The Wii version. I played the DS version after the fact, like a few years later, and it's also very, very solid game.
Very good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did that make you
game.
cry, but for different reasons?
Not as much as Sonic Advance 2. That game made me cry in frustration.
Fair.
Because of all the fucking bottomless pits I could not see coming when I was 12 years old. But yeah. Sonic Colors, anything to add, Landon? Or
this
Jack?
game
Either
is
version?
good.
Yeah.
It's both versions. They're very different games, gameplay wise, but both versions are great games.
Yeah.
For sure.
We've talked a lot about Sonic Colors.
Yeah.
On the 17th, the next day, there was on Xbox Live Arcade the release of Pac-Man Championship Edition DX, which was a follow-up to the original Pac-Man Championship Edition, which was also XBLA. It did get released on PS3 later in the month, but this was the first release, so yeah.
I have not played this one, but I've heard this is like one of the most definitive Pac-Man games.
It's really good.
That's why I put this on here, because I was like, I remember a lot of people talking about this game. So like
I played arcade versions of this version of the game, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah, so
it really is. Like, it's a great Pac-Man.
Yeah. On the 21st on the Wii, we got Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Just another killer Wii title.
The Wii just hitting it out of the park.
Absolutely. I wonder what could ruin it. Let's watch.
later in the month, yeah.
Donkey Kong Country Returns, I feel like gets kind of overshadowed because of Tropical Freeze, and Tropical Freeze I think is overall the better game of the two, but Returns is a great game, and this was like, I mean, it's challenging. This game is hard.
We did not get a legit Donkey Kong game before Returns that like wasn't some weird gimmick attached to it. For a very long time before Returns.
This was the first like 2D, literally the first 2D Donkey Kong game since 3, Dixie's Double Trouble. And I'm pretty sure it was like the first console Donkey Kong game, not including Barrel Blast, but like the first main series console Donkey Kong game since Jungle Beat, which was like 6 or 7 years before this.
Yeah.
So,
and again, that one had that gimmick where like, you
play with the bongos.
Yeah. So this was like the first. Yeah. I mean, I've heard good things about this game. I did not play it.
It's a great game.
But yeah.
World 4 gave me nightmares. World 4 is the world that is like primarily minecart levels.
Oh yeah.
It's very hard.
I've seen things that one. Anything to add, Landon, on Donkey Kong Country Returns? No?
Nah.
On the 23rd, on the PS3 and 360, we got the release of Splatterhouse.
Fun.
Yeah.
Neat.
On the 24th, we had on the PS3 the release of Gran Turismo 5.
Fun.
Sure.
Neat. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. On the 29th, we had Golden Sun Dark Dawn for DS. I have heard not as good as the GBA duology, but there are some people that say it's not bad.
I want to say like the 3 main games that I got for Christmas this year were Donkey Kong Country Returns, Professor Layton and the Unwound Future, and this game. I did not get very far in it. I got pretty bored.
Imagine this being someone's first Golden Sun.
It was my first Golden Sun.
That would be so unfortunate.
And especially if they completed the game. Imagine
I
that
didn't.
person.
I did not.
Fucked up that person would be.
That is a fucked up person for sure.
Oh, are you are you alluding to a certain person?
Yes. Me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm a fucked up kind of person.
How'd you feel about the game, though?
Let's not talk about that, and instead let's talk about. I got an update from Nick. About 9 days ago is the last time he played Dead Rising 2, and he asked me, "Are you trying to play?"
Yo, shout out to your friend Nick playing Dead Rising 2 less than 2 weeks ago.
That's so funny.
That man, any chance he gets, he will play Dead Rising 2 or Resident Evil 5.
Hey.
So
I have to tell him no. I'm not trying to play Dead Rising 2.
I respect him for that.
I respect him as well.
On the 30th of November to close out the month, remember when we were talking about, the Wii and all these highlights of games? Here's a game that's not quite that with Epic Mickey.
I feel like similar to Jack with Metroid Other M, this is a game that I was really, really, really looking forward to.
A lot of people.
And then it came out. And I played it for a while, and I was like, this is okay. But it's definitely missing something. And
This is a game that, depending on who you ask, it is either like God's gift to video games, like one of the best games ever made, or it's just okay.
It's definitely okay.
I knew a kid when I was in high school, I knew a kid who would swear up and down that this was like the greatest video game ever made. He was also a fan of Kingdom Hearts. So
does not surprise me.
Was the child you were talking about Warren Spector?
No.
Okay. He's like the only person I know that swears this game is amazing.
Was he the guy that reviewed it for... What was that?
No, Warren Spector was the director for the game.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. No, who am I thinking of? The guy G4X Play gave this game a perfect score, and not only that, named it their game of the year.
That's weird. Hey.
Yeah.
Good for them, I guess. So we got in December. There's only this is so December's usually already a quiet month. December this year was barren. I had to squeeze a couple entries out for this to have anything. The first one on the 6th, WiiWare, which was the one thing that I was definitely going to add in here, was the release of Fluidity.
I like this game. I actually really like this game. So if he hadn't put anything on this, I would have been like, "What the fuck, asshole?"
No, I remember you talking about Fluidity, and I remember you enjoying it. So I was like, "That is a release for December." Yeah.
Yeah, it was. This one's good. I don't think you can play it on anything anymore. I know it was released on the 3DS, but I think it's dead now, which sucks because I would say go play it. It's like a water physics puzzle game. It's really cool.
So, and then on the 12th, I added this in purely for having something else in December to talk about. There was the release of Super Mario All-Stars on the Wii. So it was a re-release of the SNES title to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Super Mario. And yeah, it's Super Mario All-Stars with they have like some extra stuff basically to go with it. So this is not the only collection that came out in 2010. I could have also added like Mega Man Zero collection, but like Capcom collections are a dime a dozen. Like you can like go take a poop and there's a Capcom collection in your toilet now. Not saying that the games on the collection are bad. It's just like they just pass gas and there's a new Capcom collection. But Nintendo almost never does this sort of thing. So I was like, it's 25th anniversary of Mario. I guess we can talk about it.
I would like to update my comment. The 3DS Fluidity game is actually a sequel. So
you literally can't play the original Fluidity anymore.
And you also cannot play that game either because it was a 3DS eShop title. So
cool. But yeah, Super Mario All Stars for Wii. I mean, if you played the SNES original, you played this game. Cool.
It's a cool package.
Yeah, it's a nice package to have.
I really wish they would do, something like this again. Maybe add, I don't know, a game that came out this exact year into said collection. But oh well.
Like
oh well.
Maybe you just release a collection of a few critically acclaimed games in your franchise, and then don't allow people to buy it after a certain period.
I don't care about that. They should add FOMO and scarcity to it so they can increase sales for sure, but they should not release one key title.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, Jack, how would you rate 2010?
Yeah, how would you rate 2010?
2010 out of 10.
Ooh.
I don't know. Not this is a solid year for sure. I back in the GameSpot days, because this was probably the year I was most active on GameSpot. Well, this and 2011, but like I was, when I did my top 10 games of the year for my fucking GameSpot blog back in the day, I had no trouble coming up with 10 games. Like, there was plenty that came out this year to choose from, and there's like, I mean, this is a great year for sure. Like a lot of solid titles regardless of system. Like, no matter what system you're playing on, there's like a good chunk of games for you to play, unless you're still just playing PS2, I guess. But at that point, that's on you.
Yeah, it's like the PS2 has already been out for 10 years. Move on.
Yeah. Me with my 11-year-old PS4. Maybe I'll upgrade. I don't know.
Yeah. But at least that still gets games.
Yeah, true.
So,
anything else to add about 2010 as a whole? Yeah.
No, not really.
All right.
Mario Galaxy 2, Game of the Year.
I will say, when I was going through 2010, I did not expect this much to be worth talking about. Like, I was like, I know that there's like good games. Like, the Wii had a good year. There was some other games that came out. Like, I was like, I'm probably gonna see and then I was like going through, and I was like, oh my god, this year was incredible, and I had no fucking idea. Wow, like, just there's so much, and it doesn't, like Jack said, it doesn't matter which system you own. There's good games on everything. Like, this was one of the best years in that I could see, and it was definitely an incredible year for all of the platforms in question. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think any console had like a I don't think any console had like a really bad year. I think DS was like a slight bit underwhelming, just because this is the last full year of the DS before the 3DS came out.
It was a good final
kind of understandable.
Year. It was a good final.
There's still some. I mean, you still got fucking like Professor Layton and Ace Attorney this year, so and 999.
And
shit,
Pokemon
there's still
Heart
good
Gold.
games. Yeah, I mean, there's still games to play on the DS that came out this year. It's just like
Dragon Quest 9.
Comparatively, like
it's
compared to the other systems that came out this year, maybe not quite as strong, but
still good.
Still good for sure.
So yeah, Landon, how do you feel about 2010?
I think going into this, I would have said 2010 was probably not a great year. But now that we're out the other end, I'd say it probably was a really good year. And yeah. I mean, Xbox Live Arcade had another really solid. This wasn't their like first year of like these like super notable games, but a lot of these like have really, I would say, stood the test of time.
Oh yeah,
from Xbox Live Arcade, WiiWare did really well. So you've got, and then PSN. So you have like the digital platforms having a bunch of indies that really did super well. You have a really solid version of the Xbox coming out this year. So like there was a lot of good stuff, and then like the Kinect came out.
Yeah, and the Kinect. So 2010 is definitely a year defined by incredible highs, but also some pretty embarrassing lows, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially in retrospect, like 2010 is the one of the most swingy years I've probably seen going back through. And we've reviewed 2010, 2011. I think we might have skipped. I don't know if we did 2012. We definitely did 2013 all the way up till today. So like this is a wild year.
I would say the only thing about some of our past ones is we didn't do like this
Yeah,
format. We were just like, what did we play this
right.
year,
Yeah.
and just do it like a quick like top 5, top 10. So I think some of those are still worth revisiting at some point, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
into this format. But yeah, it's a good year. I would say, yeah, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is up there. Pokemon is another one that's up there. Obviously, I'm obligated to say good things about Arc-Rise Fantasia and Racketeer and Item Shop's Tale.
Contractually
Um,
obligated.
I'm contractually obligated, and I was the one who wrote the contract.
Yeah, go
Um,
figure.
but there's even like games that I've played as recent as this year in like Yee's Oath of Felgana and Professor Layton and the Unwound Future, and I'm like, yeah, solid fucking shit. So yeah,
Dragon Quest 9
good year.
Sentinels of the Starry Skies again.
That's you just recently played that, and then obviously, if I were to ask Nick,
Dead Rising 2, baby.
2010, what's your thoughts? You'd probably say one of the best years ever.
Yeah.
So there we go. Shout out to Tatsunoko versus Capcom, though. Play a good versus game, you cowards. Stop talking about Marvel versus Capcom. You don't know shit.
All right. It's been
I'm out.
it's been a very long podcast because we had a lot of stuff to talk about. So yeah, we closing it up here.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Did you want to share anything, Landon?
We took the girls overnight camping.
How did that go?
Everything. We realized two things.
Yep.
One, it doesn't really matter. Well, I realize this. I think it doesn't really matter where you are when you have 2 6-month-year-olds that are teething.
6-month-year-olds.
6-month
6-month year olds.
I'm still shell shocked from this event, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you have 2 6-month-old children that are in the middle of teething, it doesn't matter where you're at. Every night is going to be hell. It's just a little bit more hell when you're outside in a tent. And two, there is no way we would have been able to do this if it wasn't for the fact that we had 4 other adults
that were
and that's
helping
it.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there was no way we would have been able to cook food or make the tent.
Oh,
but
no.
the rest of the trip, so we went up to the Mount St. Helens area, and it was beautiful out. We had a great time. We went up to Coldwater Lake, and we went out to Silver Lake. Really good view of the north side of the mountain. For those who don't know, Mount St. Helens was an active volcano that exploded in 1980. So the whole front end collapsed.
Collapse and like seep down.
Yeah, it like bulged out and like erupted sort of sideways.
Yeah.
And so like there's a giant crater in it, and it's like really cool to look at. And we went through one of the visitor centers because it had air conditioning, and phenomenal. So that's great. And then as far as video gaming goes, I'll skip movies I've been watching to make this quick. Video gaming, remember how we were like all shocked that I played so much Cyberpunk 2077 for the Nintendo Switch 2 family of entertainment systems?
Yeah, that stopped, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that stopped immediately after we ended that recording, and I started playing Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I've been playing because I was doing like I was trying to go through all my 3DS games and try to like run them for a little bit. And I played the first 2 levels of Cat and Toad for the 3DS. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just play the Switch version, baby. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Because I haven't played that version. And it has DLC content that is not on any of the other systems. Otherwise, I probably would have played the 3DS version. Fucking Captain Toad, even fucking over 10 years later. Imagine that. Captain Toad is fucking over 10 years old now.
Yep.
Classic. Fucking classic. Excellent game.
I literally just have 2 sentences. I've been playing Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. It is good.
Nice.
That's it. Fun game. Yeah. So I guess, Jack, did you want to just toss anything really quick in? Anything interesting besides what we already know about with the channel? Just anything personal?
Nothing too crazy. I went to probably the biggest thing that I did in the past couple weeks. I went to Columbus, Ohio to see Sanguisugabogg, which isn't anything new. I've seen them 8 times now. But they were doing a music video shoot for a song from their new album coming out, and there was they played that song that they're shooting for the music video 3 different times, and they had like a guy who was like supposed to be like a dead body, and he was like spewing fake blood everywhere from like his torso, and it wasn't quite like a Gwar concert where like everybody gets fake blood all over them, but it was, I don't know, it was pretty cool to be a part of that. Yeah, I don't know. I bought some movies from the Criterion Collection the past week, but I can just post those in the spoilers, TBH.
All right, yeah.
But what's in the box?
What's in the box? Open the box.
Let's play what's in the box really quick.
We can play.
Folks,
Open the box.
what's in the box?
It's a Nintendo Wii.
Fucking Patapon 1+2, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. I can't read that language though. What does any of that say?
Because that's all Moon Runes.
And you know what else we got? We got I Am Setsuna.
Oh.
Also nice. Japanese, if you notice, but I can read those squiggles because they did an English cover. So
nice.
Thank you for joining us for What's in the Box.
All right, and with that, we will sign off, and we'll see you next time. Roll the outro. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.